Hello and welcome to the news at 10 on NTN's 24 live from Abuja. I am Mina Daniels. Let's commence with the headlines. Federal government assures safe release of MAGA schoolgirls as Minister of State for Defense relocates to Kebbi. Nigeria and Saudi Arabia deepen ties on energy transition, collaborates on attracting investment in clean energy. West African trade unions want stronger social security investments and creation of decent, sustainable jobs. The federal government has assured that all necessary measures are in place to ensure the safe release of the students abducted from Government Girls Comprehensive Secondary School MAGA. The Minister of State for Defense, Bello Muhammad Matawali, gave the assurance after relocating to Kebbi State on the directive of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Abdul Jalil Mohammed Bawa reports.
The intelligence we have at hand shows that we are almost close to those children, inshallah.
Those were the first words of assurance to Nigerians, the Kebbi State government, and parents of the student abducted from Government Girls Comprehensive Secondary School MAGA, as the Minister of State for Defense, Bello Muhammad Matawali, relocated to Kebbi State on the directive of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. This is part of ongoing effort to ensure the safe rescue of the schoolgirls. The minister's message was clear that no stone will be left unturned as he coordinates all security agencies on the front line.
The people of Kebbi should not panic. A lot of security and some equipment are moving to Kebbi, particularly some of the posts where we are closing to those children.
Governor Nasir Idris, while commending the swift response of the federal government, called for a thorough investigation into the withdrawal of army personnel guarding the MAGA school just moments before the attack, despite prior intelligence report.
The minister and our chief security officers that are there, let them find out actually what happened for that withdrawal. Because we know, even if we are not security officers, we know when an order has been given, the person that gives that order is the person that will withdraw that order. We want you to critically look into this, so that if people did this thing intentionally, let them be brought to book.
Communities across the state were also urged to cooperate fully with security operatives during the ongoing rescue operations. In Birnin Kebbi, Abdul Jalil Mohammed Bawa, NTA News.
Following the reported abduction of an unspecified number of students, including teachers from St. Mary's Catholic School, Papari, Aguara, local government area of Niger State, the local council administration has directed closure of all schools in the area. Kabiru Abdullahi reports that the council chairman, Ilyasu Zakari, says the directive becomes necessary in view of the security concerns in the state.
The bandits reportedly stormed the premises of St. Mary Catholic Secondary and Primary School, Papiri, in Aguara local government area of Niger State between 1 and 3 a.m. on Friday and abducted yet to be ascertained number of students and pupils, injuring some security personnel. At about noon on Friday, some parents who refused to talk to pressmen stormed the premises of the school to have an update on the ugly development, while others were seen picking up the personal effect of their words. Earlier in a statement, the Secretary to Niger State Government, Abubakar Usman, says the full-scale investigation and search and rescue operation is currently ongoing to ensure the safe return of the abducted children. In the same vein, the Catholic Diocese of Kontagora, managers of St. Mary Catholic Primary and Secondary School Papiri also condemned the attack and expressed deep concern for the safety of the abducted children in a statement. However, all efforts to speak with the representative of the diocese, who are only authorized to speak on the growing development, prove abortive. Niger State Police Command had earlier speak on the incidents.
The commanders have deployed the police tactical units. Even as I speak with you, military components are also on ground there. With other security agencies, it's a collaborative effort, the DSS and other agencies. We are working together to see what can be done to rescue these children. We are combing the neighboring forest and other area that we need to touch on.
The Aguara Local Government Council has, however, ordered closure of both government and private-owned schools in the area till further notice, bringing activities in the community to a halt. At the time of filing in this report, there's no official statement to ascertain the number of abducted students, pupils, and teachers of the Papiri Catholic School in Aguara, Niger State. Kabir Abdullahi, NTA News.
And following the recent security challenges in some parts of the country and the need to prevent further security breaches, the Minister of Education has approved the immediate closure of 41 federal unity colleges. A statement signed by the Director, Senior Secondary Education in the Ministry of Education, Binta Abdul Kadir, says that principals of affected colleges are to ensure strict compliance. The Nasarawa state government has again cautioned against publication of false or unverified reports capable of breaching the prevailing relative peace in the state. A statement from Ibrahim Adra, Chief Press Secretary to the governor, says this call is imperative, coming on the heels of a completely false report of the alleged kidnapping of students in Doma local government area of the state. Reports from local authorities, principal of the purported school, and community members indicated no such incident occurred in the area. The Nasarawa State Police Command, through its public relations officer in particular, has issued a statement categorically debunking this falsehood. Citizens are urged to disregard this false alarm and remain law-abiding as government remains unwavering in its commitment to the security of lives and property in the state. And of course, we have a guest in the house. He is an artistic director and a representative of Mesbah Promotion. And his name is Ibrahim Adejo. Thanks for joining us on the news at 10.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right, we understand that you have an upcoming event which focuses on raising voices of women on issues concerning unwanted pregnancies and how to mitigate the impact. I'm also aware there is an upcoming movie titled Fractured Dreams. Let's start with the movie. That's interesting. Tell us about Fractured Dreams.
Yes, I'm sure that title will interest you. Just like the title suggests, it's a movie that is expected to highlight some of the challenges women and girls and even the vulnerable face in our society. We do know that when women, teenagers particularly, get pregnant unexpectedly, the effect can be very debilitating on parents, on relatives, and even sometimes the society, the community at large. And of course, we do know that there's very little that is actually done in this regard to create safe spaces for girls who incidentally find themselves, under that kind of a very harrowing experience. And we deem it fit as an organization that advocates for women and children to come up with a movie that will be able to engender a discourse that can equally affect policy direction of government, even at the level of legislation. We also expect that the movie will be able to trigger what you might call a national discourse which is part of what we are also looking at in terms of the dialogue that is coming up. Is actually an event, but it's more or less a dialogue where we expect that women will be able to come together to look at these issues in partnership with men, to address issues of harmful practices that affect women, like patriarchy, issues of girl child education, and so many issues around the girl child and of course women that have continued to be undermined and not given the appropriate attention on national discourse.
All right, that picture resonates with me, I must say, but let's get to hear how this discourse, that is upcoming will be able to affect girls, because I tell you there are a lot of girls in that space right now. So how will this discussion affect them positively? How will it light up their world, and who will be attending?
Okay, if you look at the title, there's the word amplify.
Yeah.
This discussion is held most times, what I would say, at the periphery, at family level, and sometimes, just within the community. We don't get to hear, such discussion on a national scale.
Okay.
And this is expected to bring in women from different walks of life. Also men and relevant agencies will hope to convene on Sunday, that's on Sunday at NACA Event Center here in Abuja, where we expect that we'll be able to begin to refocus attention, direction of government at all levels, relevant agencies, international donors, to begin to do more in the area of creating spaces for victims, girls, women, who find themselves in situations such as that.
Thank you so much, Ibrahim Adeja. We'll be looking forward to the policy statement that will arise from that discussion. Thank you. Thank you. All right, moving on, the Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, has called for deeper collaboration among member countries of the Developing 8, D8, to strengthen media systems, combat misinformation, and enhance regional cohesion. This was while addressing ministers, media leaders, and senior policymakers at the D8 Media Forum held in Baku, Azerbaijan. The minister, represented by the Executive Secretary of the Nigerian Press Council, Nze Dele Ezua, emphasized that with the D8's combined GDP exceeding $8 trillion and intra-group trade accounting for 10% of the global trade, media cooperation plays a critical role in shaping public understanding, promoting transparency, and supporting development. The minister highlighted several homegrown innovations and reforms that Nigeria has undertaken in the last year, which, he said, offer practical lessons for other developing countries, including the establishment of the UNESCO-backed International Media and Information Literacy Institute, Category 2, the first in Africa, which aims to serve as a global hub for training, research, and digital safety, equipping journalists and citizens with tools to combat misinformation. The minister reaffirmed Nigeria's commitment to utilizing homegrown solutions and innovative approaches to promote regional stability and development. Vice President Kashim Shettima has arrived in Johannesburg, South Africa, for the G20 Leaders Summit. The Vice President is scheduled to engage foreign leaders and development partners on issues relating to the economy, security, climate change, amongst others. He was received at the Waterlook Air Force Base in Johannesburg by the Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Mr. Wale Dun, Charge d'Affaires, Ambassador Alexandra Ajayi, Consul General, Ambassador Omar Bashir, among other officials. President Tinubu was earlier scheduled to be in South Africa following an invitation from his counterpart and current president of the G20, South African leader Cyril Ramaphosa. However, President Tinubu had to cancel his departure and delegated the vice president to represent him as he remains in Nigeria to receive security briefings following the abduction of schoolgirls in Kebbi and the attack on worshippers at the Christ Apostolic Church in Eruku, Kwara State. The meeting is scheduled to hold from November 22nd to 23rd at the Johannesburg Expo Center will feature leaders from the world's top 20 economies, as well as representatives from the European Union, the African Union, and key financial institutions. Themed Solidarity, Equality, Sustainability. The two-day summit will afford participants, including Vice President Shatima, the opportunity to deliberate extensively on issues concerning the economy, financing for development and debt burden, climate change, and equitable food systems during the three panel sessions. Let's take a breather here. The news continues shortly.
Baffy Furniture's legendary final sale of the year is here. This festive season, enjoy extra savings on luxury and comfortable sofa sets, modern and functional dining sets, sophisticated and smart bed sets, and our royal collections, classy, premium, and truly exclusive. Shop 10 million naira and receive a complimentary Daisy tea set. Spend 15 million and take home a 65-inch smart TV. Go higher at 20 million and experience unmatched comfort with our exclusive massage chair. Visit our showrooms in Abuja, Lagos, Kano, and Enugu, or shop online. It's big, it's bold, it's unforgettable. It's Baffy Furniture's legendary final sale of the year.
And the National Productivity Order of Merit Award goes to...
Tomato paste manufacturer to win the National Productivity Order of Merit Award by the Federal Government of Nigeria, endorsed by the Association of Private Medical Practitioners of Nigeria. This is an evidence of 100% natural goodness, great quality, and great taste. So eat healthy to live longer. Use Arisco tomato paste and products. 100% natural tomato. Now one day, better food now. Buy now and enjoy up to 20% discount.
Feel the power of precision, engineered to perfection. Every component is crafted with care, and each design is meticulously tested. From concept to creation, our engineers push the boundaries of technology, seamlessly blending performance and sustainability with a deep commitment to African ingenuity. Introducing the CNG Boss, a remarkable achievement in engineering designed to operate on compressed natural gas, a cleaner and more sustainable fuel alternative. At Innocent Vehicles, we proudly lead the way in creating greener mobility across Africa. And it doesn't stop there. From SUVs to sedans, spacious buses to electric cars, Innocent offers a wide range of models designed to meet every need. Innocent Vehicle, the pride of African roads.
This is NTA News 24.
Thanks for joining us again. Nigeria and the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia are exploring areas of collaboration that will attract investment in clean energy as the world adopts Energy Transition Master Plan to reduce emission. Director General of the Energy Commission of Nigeria, Dr. Mustafa Abdullahi, engages Saudi Arabia's Minister of Energy and Climate Change, Abdulaziz bin Salman, on the sideline of COP30 in Brazil, where both countries discuss how to accelerate implementation of clean energy while harnessing natural resources for sustainable growth that is focused on energy development for the benefit of its people while protecting the planet. As a separate engagement, the DG of the Energy Commission of Nigeria delivers a keynote address on the commitment of the federal government towards achieving smarter, energy-efficient cooling transition that is aligned with global climate goals. And trade unions across West Africa are renewing calls for stronger investments in social security systems and the creation of decent, sustainable jobs to boost productivity and reduce poverty in the sub-region. Joseph Otsen reports on a regional workshop convened by the Organization of Trade Unions of West Africa in partnership with the Danish Trade Union Development Agency.
Communities across West Africa continue to battle the effect of conflict, climate shocks, and other crises. Yet, with social protection coverage just about 15%, millions remain without basic support. Concerned by this slow pace of implementation, trade unions from across the sub-region are meeting in Abuja to share experiences and push for stronger financing.
And we believe that through the different measures and interventions that are provided as part of social services, cash payments, and many other targeted interventions targeting the most vulnerable people in our society, these are actually very important to address poverty and inequality. Social protection, when workers can access health care, and when they are ill, they are able to get help and get the necessary health support that they need, and then come back to do their work.
West Africa has the highest poverty rate. It has lowest coverage rate compared to other regions of Africa, with only about 9% of the population covered by some form of social protection. While we know that in other regions there is about 70% of coverage.
With climate change accelerating and economics shifting, the unions are also demanding a just transition from fossil fuel to cleaner energy, ensuring workers are protected and decent jobs are created. In Abuja, Joseph Otsen, NTA News.
The Bureau of Public Procurement has cautioned procurement officers against indulging in irregular procurement practices, as it will ensure offenders face appropriate sanctions. Ekene Ndilwe reports that the Director General of the Bureau, Dr. Adebowale Adedokun, stated this at an engagement with non-pool procurement officers from various government organizations held in Abuja.
It is yet another session bringing together procurement officers from government institutions, part of an ongoing capacity building program designed to equip them with the latest reforms shaping Nigeria's procurement landscape. Addressing participants, the Director General of the BPP announced that beginning January 2026, only officially approved government email addresses will be accepted for all correspondence with the Bureau, a move aimed at strengthening transparency and professionalism. Also highlighted were other significant reforms, including the Nigeria First policy, which mandates prioritizing locally manufactured goods in public procurement processes to boost national productivity.
Procurement officers are not allowed to keep files on their table beyond 48 hours. They must express an opinion. They cannot keep projects, because for every delay, it is affecting somebody on the street. It's affecting effective delivery of Mr. President's agenda.
Participants, reassured of the Bureau's support when they act within the rules, say the training has boosted their confidence and sharpened their understanding of their responsibilities.
We would like to commend him also for encouraging us to be transparent.
As the workshop comes to a close, the Bureau is confident that the reforms will reduce delays, waste, and ensure good governance. In Abuja, Ekene Ndulwe, NTA News.
The Nigerian Society of Engineers has launched a new national platform in Abuja to discover and develop young engineering talent. It is the Nigerian Engineering Olympiad, a step towards innovation, competition, and stronger national capacity. Ibrahim Dan Hamidu reports from the engineering floor.
The Nigeria Society of Engineers officially launches the Nigerian Engineering Olympiad, a nationwide competition that will test skill, imagination, and real-world problem solving.
All the transformations humanity has seen, from the steam engine to towering skyscrapers to electricity, the internet, and lately, artificial intelligence, all started as ideas acted upon.
The focus is on the students who are like the younger generation, the future that we are looking forward to.
From robotics to renewable energy, contestants will compete in categories designed to build confidence and sharpen technical talent.
This is a very good opportunity. We have the next 6 weeks to go back to our drawing tables, to put our heads together, and then come up with solutions.
I'm currently working on some projects. So after this, I'm going to go back, get back to my drawing board, restructure, check out my architecture, my designs, reorganize everything.
I want to focus more on front-end web development. I want to get better at HTML, CSS, JavaScript, so I can build professional-looking websites for people.
As Nigeria pushes toward a more digital and industrial future, the Nigeria Society of Engineers says the Olympiad will help nurture the engineers needed to build that future.
We make sure that we invest in human capital development. And by investing in human capital development, we mean that we are not just focused on energy resource growing, we're focused on people. People are our biggest resource.
In Abuja, I'm Ibrahim Dang Hamidu, NTA News.
And as Nigeria joins the rest of the world to mark Toilet Day, federal government says ensuring access to functional toilets for millions of Nigerians is crucial to curbing sanitation-related diseases. Shehu Mohammed Darti reports on the Minister of Environment's engagement with the media.
For Nigeria, World Toilet Day is less than a celebration and more a national call to action. Latest data from WHO and UNICEF's joint monitoring program indicates that an alarming 18 to 25% of the country's population, nearly 48 million people, still practice open defecation.
As we commemorate the 2025 World Toilet Day, let us review our commitment to ensuring that every Nigerian has access to safe, clean, and sustainable sanitation facilities.
Stakeholders and partners are aligned with global data that billions of people still live without access to safe toilets, while millions continue to practice open defecation, a situation that poses serious health and environmental risks, especially for women and other vulnerable groups.
Poor sanitation significantly contributes to the spread of diseases such as diarrhea, cholera, and typhoid, which remains major causes of illnesses and death.
Despite global challenges, it highlights the need for urgent action to protect and expand access to safely manage sanitation in a changing world.
But what is critical to us as operators of this space is our ability to continuously look at the challenges and recraft the issues.
According to the World Bank, poor sanitation driven by open defecation crisis cost the Nigerian economy an estimated 455 billion naira, roughly $3 billion every year. In Abuja, Shehu Muhammad Datti, NTA News.
That concludes the news at 10 on NTA News 24. Many thanks for watching. I am Mina Daniels.